Just a minute.
Sure, you can go.
It is not what you achieve, it is what you overcome. This is what defines your career. A very warm welcome to all our ICAE delegates, all the university delegates, and counselors across India. It is a privilege to welcome you all to the virtual career fair organized by the MGD Girls School under our Fuchsia fundraiser, Our Utmost for Humanity. I am thankful to our chairperson, Rani Vidya Devi ji, principal, Mrs. Archana S. Mankotia, for their constant encouragement and counsel. And I also take this opportunity to thank Colonel S.S. Sangwan, Administrative Officer, MGD Girls School, coordinators, and a school counselor, Dr. Rachna Vyas. Which career to choose, which college to go to are always immensely strenuous questions for the students to find out answers for. To enrich your minds and pave your way for the future, the MGD Girls School and ICAE has organized this career fair. So without any further ado, I now hand over the stage to Ms. Almaz Abid.
Thank you, Ria, for a lovely welcome note. I also want to welcome all of you for this session today. Good morning, everyone. I'm Almaz, and I'll be your host for this session today. So we are having Indian universities today with us. I thank all the representatives for taking their time out for this session. And we'll be following the same drill, girls. So I'll repeat the pointers for the delegates here. So we will be starting with the short introductions of the universities, where they're introduced themselves and the universities. And then we will move out to the breakout rooms. You will be having the option to visit any of the breakout rooms you want to, but I would request you to visit all the universities to get the maximum information. And please maintain the decorum of the fair. And last but not the least, you will get 30 to 35 minutes to visit all the breakout rooms. So try to visit all of them within the stipulated time. And if you have any query, any problem, you can always ping me. So without wasting another minute, I'll just start with the university introductions. So I would like to invite Ms. Neha Verma from Flame. Neha, over to you.
Thank you so much, Almas, for giving us the opportunity to come and interact with the students of MGD School. Thank you to the school authorities and the students and my fellow colleagues. A very good morning to you all. So I represent Flame University, which stands for Foundation for Liberal and Management Education. We are the pioneers of liberal education in India, in fact, the ones to introduce. And this university is situated in Pune. It's a beautiful 65-acre campus with all world-class amenities. So very quickly, I'm going to share my screen and introduce you the subjects that we offer at Flame University. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is there, Neha.
Okay. So we offer a BA in economics, psychology, literary and cultural studies, international studies, environmental studies, journalism, public policy and sociology. Then we offer a BA honors in economics, a BSc in applied mathematics, a BSc honors in computer science, a BBA in finance, marketing, human resources, operations, entrepreneurship and general management, and a BB communications management in advertising and branding, digital marketing and communications, film and television management and communication skills. So students, we offer basically 22 majors and 22 minors, out of which you can make 300 plus unique combination. Now, what is the benefit of a liberal education course? So everybody at your tender age is either very confused or very influenced, but there is no 100% clarity in your mind what actually you want to take up. So liberal education university, like ours and many others, they give you the opportunity to research, study yourself in the first year, which is called the foundation year, and then decide where actually your interest lies in, and then choose your majors and minors. So our program structure is divided into 4 parts: the foundation courses, specialization courses, experiential learning courses, and open elective courses. In the first year, you will be studying 8 core courses, which are vary from academic writing to digital literacy to financial literacy to critical reasoning and environmental studies. So these are the 8 core courses that you need to study in the first year. And along with that, you need to choose a minimum of 2 courses from each of these universe of knowledge, which are physical and natural sciences, fine and performing arts, global studies, social sciences, and humanities. So we offer you a wide range of subjects in the first year itself, and this will bring a lot of clarity in your mind. There's a student mentor, there's a faculty mentor allotted to each and every student who joins Flame University. So so you get the opportunity to interact with them throughout your journey at Flame, and they guide you very in a very sincere manner that what actually you should take up as your major and minor. So all these yellow dots are the possible combinations. Like for example, if one wants to take up a major in psychology, at the same time you want to do a finance minor, or let's say you want to do a applied mathematics major with a sociology minor, or maybe an advertising and branding major with a finance minor or a public policy minor. So these are the kind of unique options that we offer at Flame. And along with that, every student has to do an experiential learning course in every year. In the summer of year 1, every student works with an NGO. This is called the Developmental Activities Program. In the semester 4, every student has to do a Discover India program where they divide themselves into groups of 7 to 10 and undertake field research projects to explore the aspects of Indian history, culture, and civilization. One thing I want to make very clear, that students of any stream can take admission at a liberal education university, because there is no prerequisite even at Flame. Only for the honors program you need to have maths in your 11th 12th. Otherwise, for no other degree course you need to have any specific course in your 11th and 12th. Like for example, even if you're from an arts background, you can take up applied mathematics, or let's say marketing. So there is no prerequisite. Now this is a 3+1 year program where the 4th year is an optional year. It's also called the 1-year postgraduate diploma. It is basically a seamless extension of the 3-year undergraduate program, and this 4th year is highly recommended. But there's an option to do either a 3-year or a 4-year. We are very famous for our faculty, which not only, they are not only from the best institutes of India, but abroad as well. Like you can see some of the names: Stanford University, Penn State, NUS, and so on. We also have global connect opportunities, again with the very famous universities across the globe, like York University, Yale University, Boston University, Frankfurt School of Finance and Management, and many other. These are some of the list of the guest speakers that we invite at Flame. They come and give talks to our students, and students learn a lot from the wide knowledge that these famous eminent personalities have. It's a very, very student friendly campus with more than 20 student clubs run on campus. So I'll straight away come. Okay, one thing I want to tell you, that we also run a summer immersion program. This year it was from 21st June to 26th June, but every year this is an opportunity to experience life in a liberal education university campus. Although it's very, very it's always on campus, but from last year this is purely online. But it's a very beneficial program where we cover both academic and non-academic modules. You can have a look at this on our website. These are some of the glimpses of our university. Now the admission process, very quickly I'll explain that our forms will be available online in the month of October, and there are 3 parts to the admission process. So one is that we have a Flame entrance aptitude test, which is also called the FEAT, which is a 2-hour entrance exam where your logical reasoning skills, analytical thinking, critical thinking, basic maths, basic English, all this is tested, followed by an online essay and a one-way video interview. Any student who has a good SAT or ACT score can skip the aptitude test, but you still need to appear for the online essay and one-way video interview. So students, please visit our website, which is flame.edu.in, and these are my contact details. At any point of time, if you have any queries, you can always get in touch with me, and I'll be very happy to interact with you in the breakout room. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you very much. So now moving on to the next university, I would like to invite Mr. Jayant Gogoi from Shivnata University. Jayant, over to you.
Thank you, Almas, for the opportunity, and thank you to the management of MGD Girls School Jaipur for hosting us. So I'll quickly share my screen. I hope this is visible, Almas. Just project full screen. Thank you. Okay, so good morning to everyone. My name is Jayant. I'm part of the outreach team at Shivnada University. So we will be, as we only have 5 minutes, I'll quickly take you through my presentation where we will talk about the university. So we were established in the year 2011 in Delhi NCR. We are a UGC state private university offering undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral, academic, and professional programs. And we are also extremely proud to have been honored as an institution of eminence by the government of India. Only 10 institutes in the private space have been recognized, and we are one of them. And so moving on to some of our numbers. So we currently run 5 schools, which would be School of Engineering, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, School of Natural Sciences, School of Management and Entrepreneurship, and a School of Professional Development and Extended Learning. So under these 5 schools, there are more than 50 plus programs that are offered. There are 9 dedicated research centers for our students and faculty to pursue their research. We have almost 2,500 students on board. There are approximately 220 full-time faculty members. We have a huge campus spread across 286 acres. There are more than 155 labs and studios. There are 24 departments, and we have an extremely active student body, which runs and manages more than 50 plus clubs and societies. So these are the 4 pillars on which our university is basically based on. So first pillar is comprehensive. So we call ourselves an extremely comprehensive university for the sole reason that all these programs, the undergrad, postgrad, doctoral, all these programs are offered under one roof, and the same faculty who teaches an undergrad student also teaches a PhD student. The second very important pillar is the multidisciplinary angle. In fact, all the new age universities, in fact, which are present here, we all follow the same curriculum, which is interdisciplinary or liberal arts structure, which allows students to pick and choose subjects of their own choice. I mean, there is no set foundation of the curriculum. I mean, if you take up a course like engineering, you can also do a minor from performing arts or design. So everything is possible, right? In fact, we were one of the first university to have started this curriculum way back in 2011. The third pillar is a research focused one. So we are an extremely research focused university. So all the programs that we offer, these are all 4-year undergraduate research programs. Like, and the fourth is student centric. We give a lot of importance to what the students have to say. We involve them in a lot of our decision making. To all these clubs and societies are run completely by our students. The mess committee, the transport committee. There are a lot of other committees which are completely run by the students. Right. So these are the programs that we offer. In fact, these are the majors. There are a lot of minors that are offered, which are available on the website. So the majors would be the School of Engineering. We are offering chemical engineering, civil, computer science, electrical, electronics, communication, and mechanical. Under the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we are offering BA research programs in English, history, sociology, international relations, and BSc research programs in economics and finance. Under the School of Natural Sciences, there are BSc research programs in biotech, chemistry, maths, and physics. And the School of Management and Entrepreneurship offers a Bachelor's of Management Studies and a BSc in Economics and Finance, which is a joint program run by the School of Humanities and the School of Management. Moving on, we are extremely proud to have been associated with an extremely rich, talented pool of handpicked faculty members from some of the best global institutes. Like we have faculty who have come from UC Berkeley, from Cornell, from MIT, National University of Singapore, Cambridge, Oxford, University of Michigan. And we also have an extremely strong international collaboration with some of the best institutes or universities across the globe. These are for student exchange program, study abroad program, faculty exchange program. So you can see the entire details of the universities with the type of understanding that we have mentioned on our website. Some of them would be, we have got exchange programs with UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, Duke University, Babson, and so on. So you can check our website. So the multidisciplinary curriculum, I'll just quickly show you what are some of our students have to say. So Tarini Anchan, she says that the best part of my experience here is that I have been able to study 2 things that I'm most passionate about, which is maths and dance. Arohi is currently studying at the Ross School of Business, doing a Master's of Management, whereas she majored in computer science, but she did a minor in management. So based on a minor, she got admission directly to a master's. Kranti is currently studying electrical and computer engineering program at Cornell. Now, these are some of the images. I'll just leave you with some of the resources that are on offer for our students. We have a 9-hole golf course. There are horse riding clubs. There are multiple tuck shops. There are 3 dining halls with a lot of food counters available. We have a world-class sports facilities with indoor badminton courts, indoor basketball courts, squash courts. We have outdoor lawn tennis courts. We have a cricket ground, football ground, rock climbing wall. Then we have a lot of board games available. These are images. This is one of the cafes located in the library block. We have HDFC Bank. We have a commercial complex. We have a departmental store. So the commercial complex also has an Adidas store. It has a bakery. There are a lot of other shops that have come up. And these are some of the events, and these are my contact details. So you can get in touch with me. That's my mobile number. I'll also be available in the breakout room with my colleague, Ms. Swati. So we are available there. So if you have any questions, you can visit us in the breakout rooms. Thank you so much, Almas.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you very much. So now moving on to the next university, I would like to invite Mr. Abhishek from OP Jindal Global University.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to you all? So hopefully, okay, all right. My name is Abhishek Ganesh, and I represent OP Jindal Global University here at this fair. I would like to thank MGD School, Jaipur, and also ICAE, Almas, for inviting us today. And I'm an alumnus of OP Jindal Global University too, because I did my master's from OP Jindal, and I think I've always been a very happy ambassador of the university. So quickly, I'm not going to share any PowerPoint presentations. I'll just quickly take you through the courses that we have, because we have 19 courses that we offer. So we have around 11 schools, which offers 19 courses. So taking you through each of the courses would take a lot of time. So I think it'll be better if we interact specifically on courses in the breakout rooms. But as an overview of the university, OP Jindal Global Universities is a university of eminence, institution of eminence. And we have close to 6,500 students right now, more than 500 faculty. So you can do the math with respect to the faculty-student ratio that we have on the campus. It's one of the highest in the country. And JGU is based upon 4 major pillars, which is teaching quality, interdisciplinarity, internationalization, and research. So these are the 4 pillars that we work on. With respect to teaching quality, we have, again, a healthy faculty-student ratio. We have faculty from almost 46 countries, which means that there's a lot of cultural exchange which happens, and students get to have a feel of education styles from different countries. So I think that's one advantage that even I found to be very useful. And with respect to interdisciplinarity, because that's something that's a framework on which most of our universities work on. The major advantage being in JGU is that there are 19 courses that's been offered, right? So what happens is you have close to 200 electives. On top of that, you have more than 140 cross electives. So a student who's studying, just like most of the universities have, but the range that is offered in JGU, I think that's one USP that we always talk about with respect to like courses starting from the law school that was originated from, and then we have a liberal arts school, and recently we have schools for languages, which has been introduced. I think that's one major quality that I found in JGU. And thirdly, it's the internationalization factor. With respect to JGU, we are a global university. We have students and faculty from all over the world coming and teaching. And I think with respect to international collaborations, we have more than 256 universities all over the world collaborated. So you pick up a country, mostly you'll have a university collaborated with OP Jindal Global University, which gives you a variety of options for student mobility programs. And also when you have all these on-campus experience kind of maximizes with respect to this aspect, because you have students from different parts of the world and of course the country as well. So there's a lot of cultural exchange that happens. You meet people from different backgrounds. I think that's very important these days to understand and fit into the existing space. And finally, the pillar that they focus a lot on is research, because JGU is a very research-driven organization as well as an educational institution, right? So we have more than, I think, 16 registered research centers within campus. I was part of one, which was called the Jindal Institute of Social Research and Entrepreneurship. That's just one of them. We have umpteen number of research centers and communities which work towards the same goal of research. So I think that's the major pillars that we work on. But as a student of JGU, I think the one thing that I want to emphasize on is definitely the factor of campus life, because you have the amenities which has been provided, the facilities that have been provided. At the same time, there is this very positive environment that a student coming from a school like MDG, or a school which is like been very career driven, or they have basic amenities that they provide. I think that's something that easily works out for somebody coming from such school. So I think that's one thing that is to look forward. And eventually the admission process, very quickly, as you know, we have 19 courses. So apart from the 19 courses that we have the law school and the architecture school, for which you have to take the respective entrance exams. For example, for the law school, you have the LSAT exam that you have to take, and for the architecture school, you have the NATA exams. Apart from that, for all the other process, we follow a holistic approach of writing the JGU entrance exam, which is called the JSAT. And after the JSAT, you will have a personal interview. It will be a conversational interview. And there are some courses which also have like activity-based interview round. So it depends. It's completely upon the school that is there. So yeah, so just log on to the website. And meanwhile, when you get a free time, and if you have any specific courses that you want to talk about, please come to the breakout room, and I'll be happy to help you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you very much. So now moving on to the next one, I would like to invite Mr. Harpreet from Ashoka University. Over to you.
Great. So thank you so much, Mas, for giving the opportunity, and thank you, school, for hosting us all. So 5 minutes is all I have. So it's a liberal arts and sciences university. I think everybody in the school is aware of it. It's a research-based university. It has a 3+ 1 year undergrad program, 200+ major minor combinations. 150 founders from various different backgrounds ensure that we're liberal right from the foundation level itself. Because if 150+ founders from diverse backgrounds run a university in that sense, the liberal state, as we call the diverse set, or the khula dimag, as you say, truly is there right from the conception itself. 200+ faculties. You would see the faculty page. You could say faculties from Stanford, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, you name them, top universities from across the world coming and teaching at Ashoka. 17+ international university partnerships. Please note, these are academic partnerships. You could still go and travel to any university on earth till the time it has a credit transfer policy, do their summer or a semester program. Summers for 3 months, semesters for 6 months. But you're also able to apply all this knowledge with various centers of excellence which are available at Ashoka, and various partnerships with the government and state. So that's primarily what Ashoka University is. Your school does have a lot of alums who are studying at Ashoka. I think they'll be better ones to really tell you what Ashoka is in that sense, because as I said now, everybody is turning liberal. And when everybody is turning liberal, the essence of liberal you could really understand from a product of liberal. Because the new education policy is now going to ask every university to be liberal, right from an IIT to DU to everybody, right? So now there would be a herd of all universities across India who would follow the same pattern. But the core of the university is really the faculties which are there. So just a glimpse of a few faculties from different programs, right from Cambridge to Washington State University, to Harvard, to Yale, to Stanford, to JNU, to Indian Institute of Sciences, to Columbia University, to many more for that matter, right? And this is just a state which I'd said 200+ faculties, but there are faculties which have been faculties in top universities across the world. This is also possible because these faculties do want to do research when they join any university, and research could only happen if it's a diverse class. Only in a diverse class where people from all walks of life, all economic backgrounds, all thoughts, all geographical backgrounds, gender backgrounds could come in a class, then a faculty could throw a topic and say, let's do research which is worthy for the class or the world, right? So that's one thing which is a USP at Ashoka, which ensures that whatever you do, you are as important as the faculty itself when it comes to research, and you give and take a lot from your class and peers which are there at Ashoka. And that is the reason it is also a residential campus, because only when it's a residential campus, it allows that interaction between students, peers, seniors, faculties, resources on campus to enable research of that level. But transition from a rote learning to a liberal education does not happen naturally. So that needs help. The foundation course is really designed to do that. It basically allows you to explore yourself forcefully into everything which is listed on the screen. Because Indian students normally come from a bucketization of sciences, commerce, and humanities, and the real world does not operate like that, right? So thus I said a forceful inclusion in terms of liberal, because liberal is what's supposed to make you diverse in that sense of it. But the also thing is that students are not normally comfortable with research, and critical thinking really comes at the core of it, because that allows you to question the question itself, because we have really taught you how to answer. And if you know the answer, research is not happening there because you're only catering to the known. So once you start questioning the question itself, you're going towards the unknown, and that is where research happens. And that's what the foundation is intended: broaden you up, make you liberal, but give it the research capacity to really go further. Then there is a list of majors, interdisciplinary majors and pure majors, minors and co-curriculars. You could create your combination. And I would not say liberal education is for students who are confused. Yes, it could also be for students who are confused, but it is also for students who really know what the real world is. So for example, if you want to create a company like Facebook, you just don't do computer sciences anymore. Facebook is much more than that. Facebook is also economics. It's a conversations of money. It's also a conversation on psychology, having the capacity of altering people's decisions and minds. Facebook owner Mark Zuckerberg was called for a courthouse hearing a few years back where he was questioned on ethics. That is nowhere a conversation on computer sciences. Neither it's a conversation in law, though he was called in a courthouse. It's a conversation in philosophy. So if you understand the real world and if you understand yourself, one, you should know you have evolved in terms of your choices since birth till date. You have changed your career options so many times. So your education system should allow that evolution with you. Plus, the real world is a complex mix of various things together. So if you want to do something as a civil services, a combination of politics, philosophy, economics with psychology, international relations, and foreign languages is a perfect mix for you to be able to do that. So like that, see the world. And that's what liberal does. So liberal is really what top universities across the world are, right from Stanford to Harvard to MIT to Yale. All these are liberal universities. But we used to apply to these universities not knowing they're liberal just because they were top universities. But the reason they're top is because they were liberal, because liberal is the only way life is. Now, if you see the fourth year, it's completely optional. I told you it's a 3+1 year program. The fourth year is highly recommended for students who are intending research. If you do the fourth year, you could directly apply for a PhD. Students normally don't know this within India, that a normal route in PhD is you do the undergrad, you do the master's, then you have to do an MPhil, and then you apply for a PhD. Well, PhD just requires you to have a research background. And since Ashoka has research at the undergrad level itself, and if you do the fourth year, you can then directly apply for a PhD program after that. That's one, again, great thing. Again, students really look for a job or look for higher education after Ashoka. These are some Google points. You could really check our website on more details. But most students really look for a master's or a further education. And you could see a list of small universities where students have gone. And again, they've gone to the best on earth. Applications for a student begin in October of class 12th. So they begin way early. 9.87 lakhs is the fees, but holistic admission process is what we're doing. And the reason for that holistic is to ensure we are enabling diversity on class. So thus, there is a need blind admission policy and a need-based financial aid. That means we don't look at your pocket to give you a seat, but once we have given a seat, then we say, can you afford this? And if you cannot afford a single rupee, then everything is free. But if you can afford it, there is no merit-based scholarship. Well, if you want to explore this act of liberal, or if you so called confused in that sense of it, or you're a person who's trying to explore more than what your school offers in that linear path of it, then a good place for you to start is a summer program. The YSP, the Young Scholars Program, it's a certified pre-college summer program, which is for students of class 9th till class 12th. It happens in June. Historically, it has happened on campus. It's a 5-day program, but last 2 years, it has been happening online. I've shared my contact details on a few slides. You have them with you. Where are we? We are Ashoka University at Rajiv Gandhi Educational City, Sonipat, Haryana. We'll be more than happy to take further questions in the breakout room. Thank you all.
Thank you, Harpreet. Thank you very much. So very quickly, I'll move on to the next university. I would like to invite Ms. Nupur from Kriya.
Thank you, Almas. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, MGD School, to invite us. I think my colleagues have set a fantastic context for the students of MGD School. I just hope you are all keeping safe. My name is Nupur Juneja. I represent the outreach team of Kriya University. I'll just quickly share my screen so that I can take you through the presentation. Um, I hope it's visible on your screen.
Yes, it is there.
Kriya University, as I'm very sure that most of you would know, it's quite a young university. However, our legacy is quite firm. We are part of IFMR, which stands for Institute for Financial Management and Research. It's a 50 years old organization started in 1970 by Mr. N. Vagul, who was also the founding chairperson of ICICI Bank. I represent the School of Interwoven Arts and Sciences, which offers an undergrad degree. We also have a graduate school of business, which offers a post-graduation degree in management for the last 20 years. We also have centers like JPAL, IWAGE, LEAD. If you are aware of Professor Abhijit Banerjee, who was a Nobel laureate, most of his research work was done under JPAL. It's a campus, a 40-acre campus situated in Sri City in Andhra Pradesh, which is a special economic zone. It's approximately 2 hours drive from Chennai airport. So the nearest metro city is Chennai. The three strong pillars of Kriya are, of course, the governing council. A few of the names and faces would be very, very familiar to you. It's a completely philanthropic initiative. People from different walks of life have come together to form Kriya. People like Dr. Raghuram Rajan, who has been the by far the best economist that India has seen, and he is the former governor of RBI. Ms. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, who's chairman and managing director Biocon. Uh, Educators like John H. Mendy, scholars like Manjula Bhargav. People from different walks of life have come together to create Kriya. Also, what is very, very critical to Kriya is the multifaceted faculty that we have. These are not just the names who are alums from various top universities of the world, but these are certain serious change makers and practitioners in their fields. Therefore, they ensure that the inside and outside classroom experience for the students is something that they really would cherish. There's a lot of experiential learning that happens outside the classroom. And these faculty just don't impart knowledge and the curriculum that is being followed at Kriya, which is interwoven arts and sciences, interwoven learning. But they also act as mentors for students. So basically, the students don't have to really come pre-decided to Kriya. If you haven't really decided that what interests you, that's absolutely fine. In the first year, you would have faculty mentors who would help you decide and take an informed decision in terms of which major and minor you would like to do further from the second year onwards. Our community, the peer community that you would find at Kriya, the students, it's an inclusive and diverse community that we have. Students from various socio-economic backgrounds, geographical backgrounds, students coming from various boards are studying at Kriya. There are 10% of our students are first generation college goers. So therefore, when you come to Kriya, because it's a residential campus, the kind of the peer group that you get, the learning that you get from there, I think that's immense. And you should be looking forward to that if you really want to learn. We work on 8 guiding principles, and we are a very writing intensive and research based programs that what we offer at Kriya. So irrespective of whether you choose to do politics or history or environmental sciences or physics and chemistry, you would go through academic writing and research writing. Data analytics, ethics, interdisciplinary elements, these are all part of our guiding principles. Um, as I mentioned, the 3 strong pillars is, of course, our governing and academic council, our faculty, and our students. We offer a 3-year BA honors and a BSc honors degree programs of liberal arts and sciences. We also offer a 4th year of advanced studies at Kriya. These are the list of major and minors which was offered to the last year batch. We would be adding more majors and minors this year to the program. We don't have departments, but we have divisions at CREA. So from social sciences to humanities to sciences, which includes pure and applied science and liberal, the literature and global arts is what you can really choose from. The first year is the foundation year. As I mentioned, the students is not required to come pre-decided. The first year is a foundation year where you go through core courses and skill courses. And I mentioned whether you choose to do sciences or you choose to do social sciences, all the students would be taken through these courses, and data analytics, design thinking are these kind of skill courses that you require. And that's what the entire crux of liberal arts is, that it does not just only gives you a flexibility of choosing various subjects from different departments and create a unique degree for yourself, but it also helps you learn those skills that you would require, as we all commonly know as 21st century skills. So skills and the technical knowledge together is what liberal arts is all about. As I mentioned, the first year is a foundation year. As I also mentioned that it's a research-based course that you do. You are given an opportunity of doing a capstone thesis in the third year. And of course, the fourth year, you can go ahead and progress to the fourth year, but you would have to go through a screening process in the third year. So it's not an automatic progression, but you have to really appear for the screening process, and then you go to the fourth year for the advanced studies. I've already mentioned the majors and minors. There are various majors and minors, and overall 150 unique combinations that you can create from this. We also offer 4 joint major, which is physics and chemistry, economics and environmental studies, history and politics, and literature and arts. We have, so basically the students at CREA, they go through, we have the partnerships that we have and the colleges that we have a tie-up with. All the students in the first year mandatorily go through a social impact internship. They also have an opportunity of doing a research internship with our faculty, where the grant is provided by the different centers that are part of IFFR and CREA. The second and the third year is where the students are able to take up opportunities of internships and externships. And the Office of Career Services at CREA creates a well-curated one-on-one discussion is done with the student, and a very curated internship opportunities are made available to the students. The faculty ratio and the faculty and student ratio is 1:5. So that's the kind of an experience that the students get at CREA. We have porous boundaries. There are a lot of guest speakers who come and talk to students. So there are a lot of experiential learning that happens outside the classroom, not just the faculty and the peer group, but there are a lot of experts that regularly visit the campus and speak to the students. There are 20 different clubs, and there's a student government that's written and formed by students. So I invite all of you to please visit our website to have a look at the vibrant student community that we have, the clubs that are being run, and the kind of facilities that is available at CREA. We have a very holistic process of admission at CREA. There's no prerequisite. You don't have to really be a 90% or a 95% academically achieved student to apply at CREA. Our admission process is divided into 2 parts. There's a written application where you need to put in a personal story of 750 words. You have to include your academics starting from grade 9. The transcripts from grade 9 to grade 12 would be required to add it in the application. You can, of course, mention about your co-curricular and extracurricular achievements. Overall, what makes you as a person as what you are today is what we require to see in your application. If you're shortlisted from the written application, you are invited for a CREA immersive case day, which is now happening online, where 5 to 6 shortlisted students come together. There's a case study that is given, and you are required to do a reflective essay and then do a group presentation. Post that, you have a one-on-one interaction with the faculty of CREA. Post that, there is a quantitative and a logical reasoning test that you need to appear for, which is a objective type test for 30 minutes. And once this entire process is completed, if you are shortlisted, then the offer is rolled out to you. We have an early action. I would request all of you, these are dates for the last year, but please do keep an eye on the website. You'll be able to know. The first round that closes in November, so the applications would be open in October itself. We don't offer a merit-based scholarship, but we do have a financial aid. If your family income is less than 35 lakh rupees per annum and there's a demonstrated need that is shown, we go ahead and provide financial assistance to the students. So therefore, affordability couldn't be a reason for student not to come to CREA. Again, the campus is equipped with all the world-class amenities that you can probably think of. I again request all of you to visit our website. I would be available in the breakout room, and I'm really eager to speak to you one-to-one about it. Thank you so much, Almas. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nupur. Thank you very much. So very quickly, I'll move on to the next university. I would invite Plaksha for the presentation. Sari, over to you.
Yeah. Hi, Alma. Thank you so much. And very good morning to the co-panelists here with me, and very warm welcome to the students and the administration from MGD Girls. It's a pleasure to be here. It's my first time at MGD. I'm really excited to be here. Just give me a moment, I'll share my screen. So the question that comes to mind when you see an engineering college in today's time is like, where's the need? India probably, if we calculate, has the highest number of colleges maybe across the world if we do per capita head. So where does Plaksha fit in? What made the founders start another tech-ed college? This. If you see your screen, 80% of Indian graduates are unemployable, not unemployed. There's no shortage of jobs, but unemployable. So basically you've studied engineering, so to say, but at the end of it, the industry does not recognize you as an engineer. And the reasons for this, that only 40% students have ever done an internship, and a lot of that is also done on paper. 7% did more than one, 36% any coursework, 47% attended some industry talk. Faculty does not talk of industry applications, it's all theory, and only 3% of the students have exposure to the new age skills that are required. And that's what makes Indian graduates unemployable. So Plaksha is the need of the hour. It's there to address the elephant in the room, and we want to bridge that gap that exists between knowledge and between industry. So a lot of these students then, after 4 years, spend another few upskilling themselves to be able to get absorbed into the workforce. So which is a wastage of time and energy and of the resources. Hence, this is what we need to fix. And this is what we're going to do with Plaksha. This is the vision of Plaksha. Reimagining tech ed. We need to reevaluate how tech ed needs to happen. And these are the 4 approaches that we are going to take. Interdisciplinary engineering curriculum. So we are truly interdisciplinary in the sense that once you've chosen your major, you're free to choose electives from any of the 3 majors. And we have no departments. We don't believe in silos, and all education, the best education happens when you are able to interact, engage with students who are studying different disciplines. That's when you are able to truly see the bigger picture and how these interactions can lead to so much more discovery and exploration. Integrating humanities, design, and entrepreneurship. So in current times, engineers are not going to be just engineers anymore. You're going to be doing so many more roles. You'll be leaders, you'll be innovators, you'll probably be CEOs, you'll be leading organizations, you'll be funding organizations. For all of that, you need a base in education that is not just technical. So here you will be taught entrepreneurship, design thinking, critical thinking, ethics, which is a very, very essential part of tech, and I'll explain how, right? So economics, macro, micro, and how all of these interfunction. Hands-on pedagogy and blended learning. We don't want you to be in just classrooms and leave your education there. We want you to take it outside and put it into research projects, real-time live projects. And for that, you have access to our 80 plus founders for a class of 150. And the student-teacher ratio of 1:10. So that is the kind of touch points that you will have with these people. And beginning January, we're also going to start with our PhD program. So you have options to not only explore your research projects if something excites you that much. You have the option to take on the help of the faculty, of the founders, and even assist the scholars, PhD scholars in their research. Self and leadership, as I said, that we students, when they pass out of Plaksha, are not going to be just engineers. Engineering is one core strength that they'll have, but there'll be so much more. These are the some of the companies, a very non-exhaustive list, 80 plus founders who have come together to, first daring to dream something like Plaksha. Some of the names may be familiar to you, something like BCG, Goldman Sachs, Indocent, Zomato, most of you would be familiar. Innovate, Newgen, then you have partners from Westbridge, Warburg, Mayfield. Again, it's a very non-exhaustive list. And this is the advisory board. So I'm sure Dr. Abhijit Banerjee, most of you are familiar with, the Nobel laureate. Other than that, you may not know the names, but I'm sure you recognize the names of the institutes these people are coming from: MIT, Purdue, Virginia Tech, Cornell, Microsoft Research Labs, IIT Delhi, and Harvard, right? So, and when I talk of the founders, the names that you saw on the last slide, and when I'm talking of the advisory boards and the names that you see here, these are not just names that have been plastered here, right, to sort of make a point. These are the people who've been at the helm of everything that we do at Plaksha. So the industry input into how the academics should be, and the academic input that how we can adapt what you're going to be taught to make it industry relevant, right? So all of it, whether it is the curriculum, whether the subjects, the pedagogy, the research that's going to happen here, what the campus should look like, how the student life should be, what should a student experience while being at Plaksha, what is our larger goal, what do we want students to walk out with. At every single step, all of these people have been involved. These are the partnerships that we have, inked partnerships. Berkeley and Purdue are our major academic partners. So all the curriculum that you're going to study has been developed in these two places by the faculty at both these universities. SRI was roped in to design our research spaces because the research is integral to something like TechEd. When you don't do it, you don't learn it, and you just go back with some concepts in your head. So when we say they help us design the research spaces, looking at the future, what the research space should look like, what kind of work should happen there, what kind of environment would enable you guys to do more research. So all of that has been designed in tie-up with SRI. Then IIT Kanpur, again for research and academic initiatives. Also, a lot of faculty exchange will happen with these universities. You can collaborate on research. You have the options for your summer here or a semester at one of the universities aligning with what you're going to study, picking up the institute. We have also almost inked a partnership with Virginia Tech, and there are 2-3 more universities coming in the coming months. So this is the faculty. These are the people who are going to be with you in and out every day. Some of the faculty, this is again a non-exhaustive list. So again, you may not know the names, but if you look at the institutes they've started from and they are teaching right now, that tells you a lot. Purdue, Heidelberg, Stanford, NTU, again, Colorado, IITs. So the idea is we can have great campuses. We can have all the great thought in place, very well intended of what we want to achieve, but it is ultimately people who make the place. People, the founders, the advisory board, but mainly the faculty. These are the people who are going to be teaching you, and obviously you, the students. All of you come together to build the ecosystem that Plaksha is going to be. This is a quick glimpse of the 4 undergrad programs that we are offering right now, the 4 majors, computer science and AI. So in most colleges, engineering colleges, what we see is AI is one component of CS. And it just gets lost in all the subjects that you're going to study. But with us, CS is the foundation and the core, and AI is built around that. The idea is to help you understand the interaction and integration and how essential CS is for AI and the touch points, and to make you understand the impact, the scope, the laterally, how far can you think in the integration of these two. Then we have robotics and cyber-physical systems, which finds its roots in electrical, electronics, mechanical to an extent, and again, some bits of CIs, Internet of Things, sensors, all of this come together for robotics and cyber-physical systems, because again, very interdisciplinary, you need all of them to come together to teach you all of this. It can address challenges like, how do we get robots to clean glass windows? Because that is one of the biggest challenges we are facing right now, because robots can't move like this. And, it's a job that has a big life scare attached to it. But yeah, these are some. So you address the core issues with tech. Biological systems engineering is probably the most exciting major that we offer, which has, quantitative and system biology, computer engineering, fundamental of data sets, all of it coming together. But why this? Like, why biological systems engineering? Most people haven't heard of a major like this. This is designed to address the greatest and the grandest challenges of the 21st century. 20th century was the century of physics. 21st.
Sorry to interrupt, Sayu. Please actually make it fast, because we need students to visit the breakout rooms also.
Okay, I'll just give you 2 more minutes by the clock, right? I'll just do a quick round of the majors. So these are designed to address the grandest challenges that you're going to face. Then you have data science, business, and economics. The core is data science. You come out as data scientists, but we also teach you business economics, because all of this forms the backbone of anything that you do with it. I'll just give you a quick roundup. This is the 4-year program structure. So the one thing that I want to tell you is that you require only maths and physics or the first 3 majors, and only maths for data science, economics, and business. So whether it is humanities or commerce, you're most welcome to apply to us. And the second most important point, you don't choose your major in the first year. We expose you to all the majors, you understand what they're all about, and then you choose your major in the second year. Very holistic admission process. We'll require your grades from 9th to 11th, then your 12th boards, and one of the standardized scores you can give us, an artifact of your extracurricular, co-curricular activities. Again, the reason being, we would like to know more than your mark sheet, how you think, what excites you, and if Plaksha is a good fit for you, and if you are a good fit for Plaksha. Very committed to inclusion, and especially women in tech. I think we'll be the happiest the day we have 50-50 ratio. So I encourage all of you who are inclined to tech to please apply to us. Socioeconomic inclusion, we very strongly believe that finances should never be an obstacle in the way of a great education for any child. Anyone who makes it to the final list as Plaksha is eligible for a scholarship. It can vary from 25 to 100% and beyond. Geographical diversity, a lot of outlying areas in the country, far-flung, are generally left out. We are making conscious efforts to reach out to these areas and the students, to give the students a truly diverse experience, and the students who don't get an opportunity to get the right kind of opportunities and explore themselves. This is a glimpse of what the campus is going to look like. It's a 50-acre campus located in Chandigarh Tri-City, 10 minutes from the international airport, and at the heart of the education hub. And we are looking forward to have you apply to us. The applications will open in mid-October, and I'll be in the breakout room to answer all your questions. Thank you so much for your patience, and thank you, Elma, for giving me the extra minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Sayu. Thank you very much. So very quickly, I would like to invite Mr. Ashok from BML Munjal University.
Thanks, Almash. This is Ajay Mahajan this side, representing BML Munjal University of Houston. Thanks to school authorities for inviting us, and thanks all the colleagues from different universities to join. So as we are aware of time constraints, so I'm not going to take much of time, and showing my screen. I'll give a brief about my university. BML Munjal University is the initiative of Hero Group. We all aware of Hero Group by the name of cycles, motorcycle. So BML Munjal University is the initiative of Hero Group, and we started in 2014. And we are mainly having three schools: School of Law, School of Management, and School of Engineering and Technology. Let me give a brief about School of Management. In UG program, we are offering BBA in 4 specializations, and School of Management currently ranked 37th in NIR ranking as well. So in School of Management, we are offering BBA specialization in Family Business and Entrepreneurship, specialization in Business Analytical Digital Marketing, and we also started with integrated program, that is BBA MBA integrated program. So admission is through entrance examination, that is BMU SAT. We are on with the application process of management program. Quickly move to next school, that is School of Economics and Commerce, where we are offering a program in economics. We are offering BA Economics honors with specialization of finance and management as a minor. Again, vice versa, finance as major and economics as a minor. Also offering a BCom honors program where student has an option to choose specializations like blockchain and financial technology, forensic accounting, banking and insurance, derivative and risk management. These are the specializations student can choose along with BCom honors program. Now, moving to our next school, that is School of Engineering and Technology. We at BML Munjal University enjoying legacy of Hero Group. So we have specializations, new age specialization as well. Mainly we are offering 3 specializations, that is computer science and engineering, electronics and computer engineering, and third one is mechanical engineering. Now, if you talk about specializations, student can choose specializations like data science, artificial intelligence, cyber security, Internet of Things, automation and robotics, and automobile engineering. These are the specialization available with your BTech programs. So next, we also offering one program, that is engineering sciences, where student having option to choose from environmental, geospatial engineering, nanoscience as a specialization program. So these are our schools and program we are offering at BML Munjal University. Now let me show you as time is a constraint, so I will be using a technology. I'm taking help of technology and using a video to introduce my university. So
Ajay, can we skip the video part? You can do that in the breakout room.
sure, please. If and I request student to, if any more information they are looking for, you can move to our website, that is bmu.edu.in. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you very much. As we have now very limited time with us, so I'm just opening the breakout rooms. So students, you know the drill. You have the information in the chat box, and you can visit all the universities there. So all rooms are open now. Please do visit all the universities.
Okay, ma'am, I couldn't find the option.
Yeah, wait for a minute. Wait for a minute. I'm just reopening it again. Wait for a minute. It's reopening. Actually, there's some technical glitch at my end. I'm reopening it. For joining us. And I hope this is fruitful for all of us, especially the students who are actually facing the problems in these hard times. Thank you for joining today. I'm just waiting for Rachna ma'am to be here, and we'll just get the photograph and then we'll disperse.
Ma'am, I couldn't connect with her. So can we proceed with the group photograph? Ma'am, you're on mute.
Sure, go ahead, Ria.
Just a second. Thank you, everyone. I'm delighted to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to ICAE, the university delegates, and our school counselor, Dr. Rachna Vyas, for conducting such an informative session. Surely, all of us present here will leave this session with a feeling of gratitude for having learned so much from you all. We thank our audience for joining in and showing their support. Last but not the least, we thank our school for giving us this absolutely illuminating opportunity. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe.
Thank you, Ria, for the lovely thank you note. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Goodbye for now.
Take care.
Thank you, Almas. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See
you,
you all.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.